Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP, and I'm here with Marc DiGiorgio from TekStack. Marc, introduce yourself and tell the people what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Rick, and hey, audience. As Rick said, I'm Mark, CEO and founder of TekStack. I've spent my entire career in technology companies and a bunch of years in the Microsoft community running a nav shop. And in the last couple of years, we created TekStack essentially to help the Microsoft community scale their businesses. So Microsoft partners are under increasing pressure these days, specifically with the pandemic. It's completely changed how people buy software and how partners have to implement software. And then secondly to that, I feel that changes in the Microsoft partner models have made it that much harder for partners to eke out a living and scale. And so we provide all the tools and processes for these partners to be successful right out of the box, right, using the Dynamics 365, Power BI, Microsoft 365 free entitlements that partners have access to.
Okay. So, I really like your space because as partners start to scale and they become bigger, right? And we're seeing a lot of consolidation in our space. So, they can no longer run their business off of a plain Jane CRM or a set of spreadsheets. So they're really looking for something that can take them to the next level. And of course, in our space, they want to use that sort of Microsoft stack. So talk a little bit about the types of partners that TekStack services. And sort of, we can go through the technology components too of what you provide for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Start with the first question that you asked, which is the types of partners. Where we've specifically focused is any partner that has a combination of a software and a services element to the business. So we're specifically focused on partners that have a B2B enterprise kind of target audience where their sales cycles are prolonged and sales-led versus, let's say, product-led strategies, where they have a services component where they actually have to deliver the technology through an onboarding or professional services experience and then support the customers ongoing. So this is probably 90% of the channel. So really you're looking at SIs, VARs, ISVs, a little bit around the MSPs, but really focused on the first three in the community.
Okay. So, you've developed a lot of sort of core technology, and I think you told me 20,000 hours of development. So what are some of the key components that you've developed, and what are you working on?
Yeah, and I'll just maybe just give you that old origin story, if you will. But I spent a number of years building a very successful vertical practice in the NAV community, and going from pre-revenue to I think it was over 20 million in revenue when I left that business. There's a lot you need to figure out in scaling. You need to get really, really good at sales. You need to get really, really good at services and getting the most out of your services team. It's impossible to hire infinite numbers of services capacity. There's a point where it just doesn't make sense. You need to get more out of that team. And a lot of that is just about creating packages for services and making sure you're creating consistent experiences for customers. And then I left the Microsoft community and went to a SaaS environment where my co-founder and I had met, and we scaled the business from, I think, around 10 million in revenue to 30 million in revenue over 3 years. And in doing that, we invested literally over $1 million a year, and we had 4 humans dedicated to nothing but RevOps or revenue operations, marketing operations, sales operations, all on a Salesforce platform with Marketo and Maven Link and Intact and Tableau and all dirty language, obviously in the Microsoft community, but spending $1 million a year just supporting a $30 million business made absolutely no sense. So our idea was to actually give software companies all the tools they need to be successful. So we're talking about essentially providing a CRM experience that allows you to increase your sales efficiency. So essentially getting more funnel creation and winning more deals. If you increase your funnel 30% and doubled your win rate from 20% to 40%, you double sales in 1 year. It's not that hard, but you need really good data, really good processes to support that. So we've built a lot of functionality around sales process to make sure that every sales and buying experience was consistent, and you had great data in order to really nail in on the subsegments that you're really, really good at. The other area we really focused in on was service delivery. I think, Rick, you've seen it. Most partners have seen it. The days of the open checkbook T&M projects are over. Customers want immediate value out of their investments. You need to get into productized services very quickly. You need to do it before the renewal comes up. So you have to get these projects live well within a year. And to do that, you need to get into onboarding services. You're talking fixed price experiences, accelerated deployments, having standard project templates, being able to measure your team on completely different metrics other than how much hours did they bill in a month. It's a completely different way to run your services team. And we've provided a PSA solution that is built for accelerated onboard services. The third area we really focused in on is dealing with renewals, and specifically around customer success. So making sure that your team has a fighting chance to ensure their customers are successful with your product. So there's a lot of great thinking out there in customer success these days around customer segmentation, automating the customers that don't need that white glove treatment, and then really doubling down on the customers that have high growth potential with a team, with humans to help them be successful. And so usually what that means is you focus on 10 to 20% of your customers with a high touch model, and the other 80% are automated. So we give you all the playbooks to manage customer success. We manage the renewal process, the billing process, the invoice process. We provide self-service portal environments. All of it stands up very, very quickly. Our TekStack product is, quite literally, we have hundreds of processes pre-built, all the functionality you need, all the reports you need, all the integrations you need. You can get up and running very, very quickly at a very low cost. So if you're looking to scale your operations instead of spending a bunch of money on a bunch of other tools, we kind of wanted to give you one throat to choke.
Well, where I see your fit is, and I've been in this channel for a long time, and certain partners can get up to 2, 3, 4 million in sales, and they can run it the way they were brought up to run it. But to get to that 10 million mark, they've got to change, and they've got to put a level of management in their organization. To get past that 10 to the 20 to the 50, another level and layer of management and reporting, I should say, and technology needs to be put in. And when I look at the application you built, you can take that $2 or $3 million partner and actually give them the infrastructure to scale to $50 million.
That's exactly it. That's everything we wanted to do. And those 3 million partners, $5 million partners are fantastic businesses. They're very, very profitable typically because they don't have that middle layer of management. The owner of the business is still likely involved in every sales cycle, is able to make the commitments for that customer, and gives the customer that great feel. But it's really hard to scale out of that. And if that owner is looking for some sort of exit in the next few years, it's all about recurring revenue right now. And you can't scale your business on service. You need to do it on recurring revenue. It's getting more competitive out there right now. Microsoft's making it really easy for any partner to sell across SKUs. And so if you really do want to get that $5 million business up to 10, and then you suggested 20, that has a multiplier effect on your valuation. So it is a real lottery ticket. And so how do you get up that $10 million mark? To scale that kind of operation, you need people and you need tools, and we just wanted to provide the framework to get you there faster.
Okay, Mark, thanks for your time today. I'll be checking in again to find out how TekStack's doing and what other great innovations you're going to supply for Microsoft partners.
Right on, Rick. Well, thanks for the opportunity.
Have a great day.